Hello everyone, Warrior here, and welcome back to our Western Roman Empire campaign for Total War Attila. Now it's been a little while since the last episode for me because, well, I've been back home visiting family and friends for a week, so as you remember, last episode was pre-recorded before I left, so I've got a bit of catching up to do. But before I get started, I just want to give you guys a heads up that you may hear some background noise in this episode. I'm going to try and remove it the best I can, but today it is really warm where I am, and I've got to keep my window open in order to let some air in, otherwise either myself, the computer, or both of us are going to melt. So you're going to be hearing birds, you're probably going to hear people talking as they're walking past, that sort of thing. So just to give you guys a heads up, it may happen, but it won't take away from your enjoyment, I hope. But with that said, let's get started, shall we? Now, first things first, we need to catch up a little bit because I, foolishly perhaps, didn't look at my previous episode before I started recording. So I remember that we did start getting access to legionaries, finally, and I believe up in Maximus Equanum, Yes, we were starting to upgrade and get cohort barracks. Fantastic news. Right. Actually, while we're here, something that was mentioned in a previous episode, I don't need to have sheep flocks. It's given us a bit of extra money, admittedly, but we're not taxing the province, so we don't have any food upkeep here. So I might as well swap it out for something that might be more beneficial to us. So let's dismantle that. If I come here, what I would like to do is get a second field of Mars. Because if we right click on it to bring the browser up, eventually what we could do, field of Mars, yeah, is we could start looking down to get auxiliary barracks, and this would just give us an absolute ton of different units available to us. Eventually, we've already got this one being built, and I wouldn't mind getting my hands on the Praetorian camp, just because Praetorians were supposed to be the elite... Wait. Roman heavy chariots? I never thought Romans would have used chariots. I mean, I can understand perhaps getting them from... Oh wait, I'm even more surprised we can get elephants from the Praetorian barracks. Oh boy. Yeah, we're definitely going to be taking advantage of a few of these buildings. But we'll get the Field of Mars going for the moment, and I think we're going to go for the auxiliary stuff first, and then go for the Praetorians afterwards. We could even make it a bit more thematic perhaps, and go to Mediolanum. Because we've got the auxiliary camp being built here. In fact, if I cancel this and dismantle it, we could build a Praetorian camp here instead. That could be more thematic. Anyway, we'll sort that out. For the moment, I really want to just remind myself what we're doing with my legionaries and where is everybody going and doing. Okay, so you're over here at the moment, right? There was actually something I wanted to do with you. It'll come back to me. Right. You're okay there. I would like to move you down in towards, probably Talentum. The only real reason for this is because I would like to have him in a more central location, so when rebellions no doubt start sprouting up, as we can see -4 right here, -11 here, he's in a more central location to be able to move out and deal with rebellions, rather than have to spend an extra turn or two marching down from, the north to the south or vice versa. So you can do that. Let's upgrade your troops, and I will take advantage and get a couple more of these. Alright, what else? You're okay there. Alright. Oh, that was it. That was what I wanted to do with the fleet. Let me grab you guys. We're slowing down rebellion, but it's a -4 and -86. It's gonna happen. So I might as well just let it do its thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of the fleet, and I'm going to move him down... Let's move him to Sobrata for now. The reason being is that we should be in a position... Let me just double check. Yep, you can attack. And you, since you've got the onagers, can attack too. We can see that the Garamantines have got a small army, the Desert's Dread, in their capital here. But we have no idea what's going on at Kidamus, and it wouldn't surprise me if they've got an army there, because, I mean, their public orders are extremely good. And they have to have something for their faction leader. So what I'm thinking is if we can march you to come and attack the governments, and we'll do it now. Why not? Have some fun. I won't call in the Eastern Romans because there's no real need to. But we'll have you march down and attack. Okay, balance bar's very much against me. They do have quite a few Desert Legionary defectors. And a few ranged units, to be honest. I'll tell you what, let's bring in the reinforcements from the 3rd Legion. Where can we move you that's not going to be... Okay, we can move you here. I want to spot that there. You can reinforce from this position and not take attrition. There we go. How's it look like now if I attack? Okay, much better. It would be kind of cool to do a siege. But we're in a position... You know what, screw it. We'll just do it I'll resolve for this. I'm going to have other opportunities to do sieges later on in the game, so we'll just take it for that. But there we go. We managed to get a decisive victory. Took quite a few casualties here. Not so much here. Okay. Let's go and occupy.
Ready for orders.
Right.
Commander.
What I'm going to do... I'm going to get you...
On the move.
Because this is the one with the fewest casualties, I'm going to get them to start heading towards Kiddamus. You can take the opportunity to replenish and add some public order to the settlements. And then the fleet, when it comes down, can at least try and help out a bit with maybe Subrata or Leptis Magna or Hadrumentum in order to deal with any potential armies coming out from Kiddamus to go towards there. So yeah, that should be you guys sorted. Let's fix here. Right, first of all, we're going to just dismantle that to level 1. Persian skirmishes, we'll just dismantle that. Public baths, I believe ours are better. Certainly better to maintain and using food, so yeah, we'll repair those. Courthouse, auditorium. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to repair both of these, and the next turn we'll swap them over, so the courthouse will probably become the amphitheatre or something. The bazaar then could become a tabernae, and then that way we can get some extra money coming from here as well as public order. We will probably going to have to end up building a governor's house as well, probably in Galma, or potentially build a religious building in order to help with public order and religion, because, oh no, Greco-Roman paganism is 10%. Even Christianity at the moment is 32%. Okay, good to know. Right, that's you guys sorted out anyway. Anybody else I need to do? You're okay, you're on your way. Where are you going? Oh, you're heading up to here. Right, and you're moving down to here. Right, Tironum, you're... Oh, wait a minute. Ah. Caledonians, right. Can you get down here in time? You cannot. Double time won't really make a lick of difference with it because we won't be able to attack them. Okay, let me just move you here. If they don't land, we can attack with the fleet. If they do land, we could potentially reinforce somewhere like Rota Magnus with the fleet and then send the other legion down to deal with them. Just in case, let's have a look. How many can we recruit? 4. No, 3. And Rota Magnus is the same province as Turonum. Right, you can have 2. You can have 1. Once we upgrade that. Okay. Right, is there anything else we need to worry about? Public order would probably be a good starting point. Yeah, like everywhere is suffering so badly right now. Something I will maybe have to consider doing. Given as a state, can we afford the food? Just about. Military jetties, fishing jetties, trade jetties. Right, what do we need to get to the next level here? Wine market, provincial authority would be for the food, right. Okay, let's do this. And I'm thinking we'll go for the Forum, because then we can start looking down at the auditorium, going for the theatre maybe, or even a circus. I mean, the circus gives some really good bonuses, not as much money, but certainly a lot of public order. I mean, that's a massive amount of public order. Yeah, we'll go for the Forum right now. And what do we need for this? Regional traditions, which we are researching. Okay. Anything else we need to look at while we're here? Do a Katorum. You know what? Sure. Let's take advantage. Do you need food or anything like that? Not really. And we can't build guardhouses. So we'll just go ahead and take advantage of this. Something we could potentially be doing is converting over to Roman buildings and cities, just so we can get the different garrison units. Right. Yeah, it's just a mess with regards to public order. I think we're going to have to look into maybe upgrading, so rather than going straight for like the tabernets, maybe looking into places like auditoriums, circuses and that, so we can get that extra public order coming in. If we can eventually upgrade the fields in a couple of turns, that will help us out with food and those extra expenses. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's go for Vicarious, just to get that sorted. In fact, can we upgrade and change any of these? This is my faction leader after all, so we should get the best ones. That's not so much important. What's this one do again? Okay, not really that useful, I would say. I'm tempted. Scepter gives extra public order, so giving him +2 there will boost him up to level 7, +4 public order. That would be useful. Epic Hurts. How's he doing? 137. I think he's doing okay for that. We could swap him over to something like this. Get a few bit of extra attacks coming in. Now, we'll leave him for now. We'll put something else there instead. And then for you... Okay, we'll just do that. Cool. Oh, and that only took 12 minutes. Right. Now, I'm not going to skip over the end turn phase because there is something I did want to let you guys know about. At the moment, I do have some extra time, and after giving it some thoughts, I've decided to take a break from uni. So I'm going to take a year out and come back to it next year. Oh, there's Ostrogoths there. Bugger. But at the moment, needless to say, I've got some extra time. So what I was thinking was to start a second series on the channel. And what I'm thinking at the moment is Crusader Kings 3. I've been getting into the game a bit more since tournaments and tours and tournaments have come out, the DLC. And I quite like the idea of just having a go on it again on the channel. Especially since people did seem to enjoy the CK2 campaign I did. Ah, I knew there was a second army somewhere. Anyway, so I'm not entirely sure, like, in terms of what goal, anything I would like to do right now. I'm just thinking, like, something that crossed my mind, which I thought would be quite funny, is if, due to time travel shenanigans, me, managed to take over from a randomly picked count or character, and then I create the, I don't know, the Warrior Angel Legacy or something like that, and just see how it goes. A bit of role playing, a bit of fun, see how it goes, and have a go with CK3. So, thinking about doing that maybe starting next week. I'm not too sure yet. Although, people have been discussing in the previous episodes about perhaps starting some more different ones, like using Skyrim or some of the more role-playing games, that sort of thing. And has considered about... Thank you, Angles, for declaring war on me when I'm trying to talk. It has crossed my mind about potentially starting another channel, just with the more casual plays, so I can play whatever game catches my fancy or suggested by you guys, which I think, oh, that sounds interesting, and be able to just play it without the stats for it affecting this channel as much. I'm not sure yet, I'll have to think about that one. But I'm definitely going to be starting a second series, and probably next week, so keep an eye out for that. Probably thinking about maybe Tuesdays, so we have Tuesday and Thursdays, you know? But Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Is that something you would like to watch me play? Or is there something else you would like to see instead? Because the other thing I've been thinking about is maybe playing some of the other Total Wars I haven't done on the channel yet. Something like Troy or something like that, because I haven't really given that a proper go. Even though I've had it for some time and I've got the DLCs, I haven't really given it a go, and I think it would be nice to give it a go, essentially. Anyway, a lot of pops-ups, lots of rebellions about to take place, especially I noticed down in the south of Hispania. We got plus 60 attitude with the Eastern Roman Empire, that's really nice to see. Right, let's have you move over here. And so I don't forget this time, let's get you guys. Well, you need to upgrade these. I'm going to move these down south to deal with the Ostrogoths. We'll march you down towards Tarentum, you'll get there in the next turn, and then we should be in a position to stop these guys from trying to attack Italia. Right, so that's you guys done. Okay, we've got the Legion up here, so what I'm going to do is... let's bring you guys up towards here. Are we able to get to Siberato in time?
Ready for battle.
I don't think so.
March until your feet
No.
bleed, then march.
What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the loss if needed, and we'll bring a rogue tier over here. Popping it here will allow it to replenish a bit, and we do have the fleet, don't forget, making its way over. So, yeah, if we can get you to force sail down towards Siberato, what we could potentially do in the next turn, if Siberato is taken, is have these guys attack by sea and these guys attack by land. That would work. And then for you, are you able to attack Kidamus this turn? I can't tell. Screw it. They're going to have to march and attack at some point anyway, so if I can't reach them, yeah, we're just out of range. No matter, at least we're not taking attrition where we are located now. And then we can go after Kidamus next turn. I do have a couple of units being recruited, but I think we'll be okay. Right, let's convert these over. I think latrines will be useful for growth. In fact, I might build a few more of those around the area. Wait a minute. What can I... oh, wait a minute. 49.9. Okay, wait a minute. This... so what's happened, I think, is that because we've taken Garama, and Garama is very low when it comes to Greco-Roman paganism, that's actually knocked down our overall percentage, our average across the empire, by just enough to put it below 50%. Now, obviously that's a bit of an annoyance, but it does have a benefit, because one thing we could do for this turn, while we've got a fair bit of cash, is anywhere that needs a guardhouse upgraded or built, we can now do that. Yeah, let's have a look. So like Aquilia, for example. Why was I building a rally house here? I cannot remember, but I'm going to get rid of it. Like, here can now get garrison quarters. That will be useful. What about anywhere up here? Because a bunch of these, like Colonia Agrippina, keep getting issues. You can have that. And let's go cattle. Alright, road to Magnus. Okay, we can upgrade here. Okay, and these two armies have both landed. Right. To no, you're fine as you are. I think we're going to go back to over 50% in the next turn, but for now I might as well take advantage. So everywhere here is fine. Okay, you can get that upgraded, sure. It's not going to make much of a difference, it's going to rebel. Oh, you're being busy there, you are actually converting, okay. And... was it... no, Belgica was the province that was going to start rebelling, wasn't it? Let's pop you down here. And just recruit a couple more Nordic spearmen just for a bit of variety. And yeah, I think that should do okay. We've got you guys to deal with, but we're in a position to eventually kill the Garamantians completely. With Ostrogoths being dealt with, we've got armies here. What I'm tempted to do, Because we...
Your orders?
Yeah, if we move you here,
Docking.
that gives a bit of extra public order and protection to the city. What I'm thinking then is that we can bring out the 2 legions. Can we set up an ambush, maybe? We haven't really got the movement. But if we move you here... Tell you what, where would be a good position to ambush? Bearing in mind that we need somewhere with trees and with 50% movement. 55... 55... Okay. Maybe about here. 25... 55, right. If we move you here, set up an ambush, and then we'll get you to come here, because these guys can't... Oh crap, they could take Toronum. Oh bugger. Okay, that was a foolish mistake on my behalf. No matter. If we're lucky, they might try to attack the legions instead. We'll see how it goes. Alright, you guys, I'm going to move up towards Colonia Agrippina, just because with us being now at war with both the Langobards and the Angles, I think it would be useful to be able to potentially deal with them. Alright, we will continue to repair these. In fact, we don't really need the food and the taxes, so if I dismantle that, so we're no longer taxing the province, we can dismantle that, get a bit and swap it over for a different building entirely. That could potentially work. Alright, you're still hanging on in there. I will take some... Okay, we can't afford to do much more.
My wits and words are...
Alright, my priests. Sure, let's go ahead and give you Dogma. Boost that up a bit. And then see what happens next. So the Legion now is coming to attack Kiddamus. Has been had the large army run back in order to help defend. I don't think we can handle this, in all honesty. Not with the... I mean, my army is good, don't get me wrong. But I'm wondering, like, the fact that we're going to be so heavily outnumbered. But then again, I mean, it's, what, 4,000? 4,000 against 2,500. I mean, we are going to be heavily outnumbered. But we do have much better troops. They've got Desert Spears, they've got, yeah, Camel Riders, and Gavin and, you know, Lancers and that. But a lot of their troops are just not that good compared to ours. But I'd rather not lose... Let me retreat.
Finding shelter.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to be taking a bit of attrition because of being in the desert, but we can bring in the other legion, head back down south now that, Sakamia, or whatever it was called. It's probably not called that. But now that we're in a position with the fleet to be able to secure it, we'll be able to take both legions down in order to attack. So we'll sort something out from there. Huh. Something right there. I just had noticed that the West African separatists have declared war on us, yet it didn't have a pop-up or a notification. So what they've done is that they've joined the war, I presume with the Garamantians against us. That's going to be more annoying. And then, what's worse, we've got all these rebellions about to take place. Public order is such a pain in the butt, especially at high difficulties, but that's on me. I'm the one who chose to do it after all. Right, you're in Colonia Agrippina. That's allowing you to keep things under control. Let me just have a double check here. Right, we're now back to over 50%. So I think that was a good choice actually to set it up so we can get those guard houses built wherever we needed them to go. Now, we could deal with these. What's going to be the best? I think if we can attack with the initial... Let's move you a little closer first, if the game will let me do so. Boop. There we go. Alright, if you can attack Attila's claws. Okay, Banspar very much my favour. Just going to go balanced. decisive victory, although we did lose a full unit. They lost more. Okay, we will take on their warriors. And now that they're separated, we're in a position to chase down the survivors and kill them off. So,
Ready for battle.
let's have you go and kill these guys off. You don't need me to, the other one to help. Well, hoping now we don't take any more losses. Not quite, that's good. Okay, you can head back now to Rota Magnus, because we need you to go after the rebels spawning by Duocatorum.
Ready for battle.
You can go down and finish off the rolling menhirs. There we go, perfect. So now that's the Caledonians dealt with for a little while. We don't really need the money, we'll just take that bit of extra replenishment once more.
Orders.
And Taronum's actually doing okay now thanks to him. That's good to see. Right, food. We got 34 food, and we finished the research. Right, let's have a quick look. Tributary servants are going to give us pigsties, hippodromes. I believe hippodromes gives me a bonus for cavalry units. But I'm not really too fussed about that. What I'd be more interested in, yeah, provincial authority. Going for this will give me upgraded ports, including the fishing wharf, or Roman fishmongers, it seems. But also be able to give me things like the food market and stuff, so that will help things out. And if we can upgrade to local trade venues, but that will take 18 turns. That will give me access to things like wine markets and that, which are even more wealthy when it comes to things. But for now, yeah, let's go for provincial authority. And we'll be able to upgrade things in there. So for now, wheat fields, sure, we'll go and get that. Fountain, I don't know. Let's look elsewhere. Okay, Maximus Equanum is going to rebel. That is a pain in the butt, I can tell you that now. But it's okay. What we can do, though... Why don't we start recruiting a few legionaries? The plan was always to, you know, get them, so why not get them? So what we'll do, for Santio Octodulum... Where was Argentano again? There, right. So if we go for Zontio right in the middle, let's have a look. We've got Taskmaster, plus 2 integrity, personal influence, steadfast defender. Let's pick you. Imperial Legatus or Palatina Guard. Let's go Palatina Guard for you.
At your command.
Alright, skip through those. And we'll upgrade you, sure. Ooh. Wow, look at all the units we can pick. Oh, this is exciting. Right. So we can still get the Western Auxiliary of Palatina, Fordoranti Spears, Nordic Spearmen, Auxilia Tertia Augustini. Okay, unfortunately, my history is a bit lacking with many of these. Like the Flavia Vitrix Constantina, I have no idea who they are. Protectores Domitzi. I want Romans. Where's my legions? Arma Sagatorii, Matari, Auxiliary Skirmishers. Right. You look like you would be a good choice. Excellent armor, good thing against cavalry. Is that the unit I kind of need right now? Or do I have to wait a little longer? In fact, let me double check. Britain Legionary Cohorts. Legio Imperial Armor Legionary Cohorts. Roman Spearmen Cohorts Legionary Crossbows. So this one right now... Wait, that gives me cavalry? I didn't see cavalry on there. Velites. Imperial Legion Cohorts. Yeah, I'm not blind. I am reading that correctly. Because that's the upgrade we've gone for, right? So Imperial Legionary... Legio, Protestores, Limatene, Why are you telling me I can't recruit the legions? I'm going to be really disappointed if that's the case. Because, yeah, we are at 50.4%, so we should be recruiting them. Unless I'm really blind and for whatever reason we can't. There's something, or, I mean, I've got the buildings, right? Is it... I have no idea. I mean, it's obviously, the mod is obviously working because it's giving me the buildings, but why is it not giving me the units I want? Unless I'm really blind, guys, and I can see auxiliary spearmen. Is one of these actually it, and I'm just not noticing it? That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, that'd be a shame. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's go for...
It is a great and glorious thing to die.
Right, how many of these can we go in one go? Right, quite a few. Okay, let's get 5 of you. And we'll definitely go for some armored Sagatoi. Oh wow, we can recruit armies so quickly now. It's amazing. Auxiliary spearmen. Yeah, a couple of those would do no harm. Will help us out a bit. Yeah, that should do for the moment. Right, we haven't got much more money to do anything else, so let's just finish off the turn. Right, you're heading down here, so let's get you down towards Tarentum to deal with that mess. You can switch over to normal stance and go to Separata. Okay, you... Oh, I'd really would rather not have you take attrition, ideally. Let's move you here.
Ready for orders.
Let's pop you on here.
Get to work.
If they try to come and attack us, at least we'll have defensive position thanks to our defensive formations. And next turn we should be able to bring in both armies then to go after Kidamus. Okay, we haven't got the money now, unfortunately, to start converting things over. And we're going to have to deal with a rebellion in the following turn. And we're going to have the African separatists making their way towards Constantina from the looks of it. Oh, well, luckily for me, we haven't really done much with Constantina. Yeah, I decided to upgrade Carthago. We'll sort that out. And we'll go from there. Okay, General... Sure, you can have a bejeweled mincer, just because why not? Let's give you extra cunning, we'll go amiss. Yeah, having the ability to do night battles is definitely not something to sneer at. So you can get those ones, just to get that built up and done.
At your service.
Okay, you... Corruption. Let's go for bribery. Right away. Okay, governor down here. Let's reduce corruption in province in general. Okay, Black Legion. Sad logistics. Let's go for barbarian subjugators because that makes the most sense.
Ready for battle.
You can have that as well. But I'm going to go for Limatane just to help out a bit there. And then you can make your way back towards Tarentum then. There we go. Oh, interesting. So, we had the Geats attacking Colonia Agrippina. They brought in 2-4 armies. Nordic bands, Nordic levies. Okay, a few mercenary Nordic brigades. We are going to be heavily outnumbered here. But I think we can win this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode here, and we'll start things off next time with the defense of Colonia Agrippina. So guys, thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it's not been the most eventful in terms of battles. But we'll be kicking things off next time to make up for it, don't you worry. And let me know in the comments, both what you think about CK3 coming to the channel, and also, if you happen to know, was I blind and didn't actually see the Imperial Legionaries, or were they under a different name? I honestly don't know. If you happen to know, please let me know in the comments, that'll be appreciated. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye for now.